Hey, Chris from the Mighty Decibel here. Welcome back. It's the end of the month, so it's time for us to name our fave albums of July 2023. And as normal, it's kind of slow this time of the year. However, we found some good albums across most of the categories that we cover here, those being extreme metal, doom, hardcore punk, and hard and heavy. So let's get into it. Okay, let's start with extreme metal, and we're going to split that into three subcategories. The first being black metal, where we have two highlighted records to talk about. The first being LA, California Heathens' Cult of Odium with their End of Light release. So the band play what they describe themselves as being, quote, raw bestial werewolf black metal warfare for a new era of hatred against trend and poser scum. I couldn't have said it any better than that. So yeah, this debut full length does indeed delve in the bestial side of black metal waters, but two things stand out. First, the top-notch songwriting, which utilizes a lot of tempo changes throughout to keep you interested. And secondly, the vocals of Lord Etera. Amazing stuff here. They're flexible, ranging from wraith-like to harrowing squeals to anguish groans. An excellent performance at the mic, to be sure, and great front cover artwork as well. I lied. There's only one highlighted black metal record for you, but we'll make it up for you because we got three thrash metal albums highlights for you from the month of July. The first being from Swedish horde Atonement, who hit hard and fast with their debut release, Sadistic Invaders. So this is unapologetically over the top. The black thrashers here blitzkrieg the listener over its 37 minutes, never letting up for respite. So some detractors will point out that this is way too one-dimensional to be taken seriously, but I, for one, revel in the glorious intensity that washes over you when you're listening to this. The youthful energy is obvious and infectious, and it makes for a bracing and exciting listen. We go to Brazil now for our second highlighted thrash record of the month. It's Descends into Disorder by Damn Youth, the band's sophomore full length. So this one is for old school thrashers that like a little bit of crossover mixed in their oral violence. So tempos are high throughout most of this, egged on by some excellent drumming, and the production really fits this type of excess as well. Grab your neck brace and a beer. third highlighted thrash record for the month is Invocation of Chaos, specifically the half of this split release from Australia's Apocalyptic Annihilation. So self-described as playing unforgiving, uncompromising, blackened necro thrash, Apocalyptic Annihilation provide 2 new tracks and 1 cover, that being Hellhammer's Maniac, on the split. And man, the hatred just spills out of the speakers when you're imbibing this. Kind of surprised to see this, given that the band already hit us hard with their full length earlier this year called Necro Thrash. But if this is a taste of where they're heading in the future, I'm all in. Great stuff. Third category under extreme metal is death metal, and I couldn't find anything that I wanted to trumpet. I did have one. It's Beyond the Void of Doom by Sulfuric Death. I had radar on that one because one of the 3 tracks was out, and it's amazing. It was supposed to come out this month, July 31st, and I'm taping this as of August 1st, and I still don't have my copy. So I'm going to have to move that one over into next month. Onto stoner doom now, and you know, in the past I've made it pretty clear that my tastes usually run towards more to the classic old school doom or stoner doom than it does the other elements of doom. But this month, however, we have a death doom record that is the highlight of the month, and that's Moribund, the 3rd full length from Eternal Rot. So what stands out here is the absolutely crushing heaviness that this band convincingly provides on this 6-tracker. This is one of those records which sounds like the soundtrack to a fleet of bulldozers taking care of your neighborhood. Add the guttural, mumbling croaks at the mic, and there you have a record destined to be embraced only by the most hardened of metalhead. Crushing. On to hardcore punk now, where we have 3 highlighted records for you. First is something called 3-track singles from Indonesia's Crust. So definitely our fave D-beat record of the month. Crust utilized the same beeline to destruction riffage that made Discharge famous, and they add a crusty guitar tone to top it off as well. If you like your D-beat bulldozing and mean, check this out. opening with a prophetic spike pit, spike pit, spike pit, spike pit, spike pit, fuck you. Comes Virginia Beach Destroyers Spike Pit, who claimed the second highlighted hardcore punk release of the month with their 6-track self-titled EP. So this has elements of crossover, hardcore, metal, and hardcore punk, and loads of attitude that comes across loud and clear with the aggravated vocals. Great use of different velocities as well, despite its relatively short 7-minute lifespan, keeping a listener engaged and unclear like where the hell we're going with this. So I imagine that this is what At War would sound like if they went down a more hardcore route. I'm looking forward to the full length that's sure to come. Our third and final highlighted hardcore punk record of the month happens to be our fave overall record of the month of July, regardless of genre. It's the self-titled EP from Croatia's Plastica. So 3 things stand out about this release. 1, the high velocity tracks are differentiated and stick in the brain. Really good songwriting. 2, the guitar tone is vicious here, different from most hardcore punk releases, providing a sound somewhere in between fastcore and metal punk. And 3, Marta's shout in your ear vocals sounds like somebody who's about to have a psychotic break. Amazing stuff. That's a good thing. So this would be a perfect record for hardcore thrash fanatics who are thinking about dipping their toes into the hardcore punk idiom. Fabulous stuff. So light in the hard and heavy category this month. That being traditional metal, hard rock, speed metal, power metal, rock and roll, punk rock, anything like that. But we did find one that we can point you to, and that's Gainesville, Florida unit Stunner for their Motor Worship EP. So they proudly complain, "We are Stunner and we play heavy metal rock and roll." And this EP does indeed contain 4 tracks of muscular metal with a rock and roll bent as promised. So while not a Motorhead ripoff venture, it definitely lies on the same branch of our beloved metal tree. Good head-banging stuff. there you have it, the Mighty Decibel's fave records of the month of July 2023. If there are any albums that you think should have been listed, write it down below so everybody can check it out. Remember to check in every Monday for our new release Mondays. Tuesdays we have our curated playlists in 40 minutes. Wednesdays and Thursdays during the summer we have our live festival or concert reviews. You know where to go, www.themightydecibel.com. Have a great one, eh?